Welcome to the Immigrantinlaw channel. Are you thinking of applying for immigration but worried that your application might not be compelling enough? Today, we'll break down how to put together a strong immigration application that helps an immigration officer quickly understand your story, see the logic behind your case, and make an informed decision. Today, we'll discuss what makes up a strong immigration case file, what mistakes most often weaken an application, and why simply gathering all the documents isn't enough. Important, requirements vary depending on the country, program, and the applicant's personal situation. Therefore, this video is a general guide, not individual legal advice. An immigration file is not just a folder of documents. It is a complete story about you as an applicant. The immigration officer reviewing your case does not know you personally. They see only what you have provided: forms, certificates, letters, statements, and proof of your work experience, education, finances, family status, and other circumstances. A strong application answers three key questions. First, who are you and why do you qualify for the chosen program? Second, do the documents support your claims? Third, are there any contradictions, gaps, or questionable details in the file? If the answers to these questions are clear, the application becomes significantly stronger. One common mistake is that people immediately start gathering documents without understanding what story their application should tell. First, you need to determine the immigration pathway. For example, employment, study, business, family-based, humanitarian circumstances, a professional program, or another option. After that, it's important to understand the criteria. What exactly should the immigration service see? Work experience, language proficiency, financial stability, ties to the host country, academic motivation, the feasibility of the business plan, family circumstances. Only after this should you move on to the documents. Otherwise, you may waste time gathering papers that do not strengthen your case and sometimes even raise unnecessary questions. Application forms are the foundation of the dossier. Many people treat them as a formality. They quickly fill in dates, addresses, and places of employment, and that's it. But it is precisely in these forms that errors often appear, which then become a problem. For example, one form states that you worked at a company until March, while another says until April. Your resume lists one position, while your letter of recommendation lists another. In the travel history, you forgot to list one country. In the education section, you omitted the period between your studies and your work. At first glance, these are minor details, but to an immigration officer, such inconsistencies may look like carelessness or an attempt to hide information. Before submitting, check whether the dates of employment, education, and residence match, whether first names, last names, and addresses are consistent, whether there are any unexplained gaps, whether the forms match certificates, letters, and other documents, whether the resume contradicts the stated purpose of the trip or immigration. A strong application is always logical and consistent. Another common mistake is thinking that the number of documents automatically makes an application stronger. In reality, it's not the volume that matters, but the evidential value. Every document must support your objective. If you're confirming work experience, you need more than just an employment record book or a contract. Letters of recommendation, job descriptions, employer references, pay stubs, tax receipts, a portfolio, or other materials are often important, depending on the program's requirements. If you're demonstrating financial solvency, it's important to explain the source of the funds. Simply having a large sum in your account that appeared a week before submission can raise questions. It is better when the flow of funds is visible, including the source of income, savings, property sales, salary, dividends, or other legitimate sources. When it comes to education, it is important to show not only your enrollment, but also the rationale behind your program choice. Why this particular country, this university, this major, and how your studies relate to your previous experience and future plans. The document should answer the question, what exactly does it confirm? In many cases, a strong cover letter can significantly improve the perception of your application. Its purpose is not to repeat the application form, but to explain the logic behind your case. In the letter, you can briefly outline who you are, the purpose of your application, why you meet the requirements, which key documents support this, how your background, education, experience, finances, and plans are interconnected, whether there are any aspects of your application that require clarification. For example, if you have had a gap in employment, a career change, a previous visa denial, an unconventional source of income, or a complex family situation, it is better to explain this in advance, calmly and with supporting documents, rather than leaving the immigration officer with unanswered questions. A good letter should not be a 10-page emotional narrative. It should be structured, respectful, and accurate. Even strong documents can lose their value if they are not formatted correctly. Check whether you need notarized copies, certified translations, an apostille, legalization, scans of a certain quality, or a specific file upload format. Translations must be complete. Do not translate only the important parts. If a document is submitted in translation, the entire text is usually translated. Seals, signatures, notes, reverse sides, and stamps. Also, pay attention to the quality of the scans. Blurry photos, cropped pages, shadows, illegible stamps, and files with unclear names can negatively impact the impression of your application. It's better to name files clearly: passport, employment certificate, bank statement, diploma translation, letter of recommendation. This makes verification easier and demonstrates careful preparation. Sometimes applicants try to omit information they consider embarrassing. Past denials, overstays, old criminal records, gaps in employment, name changes, dual citizenship, relatives abroad, or other circumstances. This is a risky approach. In many cases, immigration authorities have access to databases, application histories, and information sharing agreements between countries. If there is a complex issue, it should not be hidden, but explained clearly. What happened? When? What documents confirm this? Why shouldn't this negatively affect the current application? Honesty and accuracy are the foundation of a strong application. Concealing information can lead not only to a denial, but also to a ban on future applications. Before submitting your application, it is helpful to conduct a final review and look at the case not through the eyes of the applicant, but through the eyes of someone seeing your application for the first time. Ask yourself the following questions. Is it clear which program I am applying under? Is it clear that I meet the requirements? Are there documents for every important point? Do the dates and facts match? Have the weak points been explained? Are there any unnecessary documents that complicate the case? Is it easy to navigate the files? Does the application look professional and neat? If at any stage you ask yourself, what if the immigration officer figures it out on their own? It's best not to count on that. Your job is to make the application clear without requiring any guesswork. Let's briefly list the mistakes that most often weaken an application. First, submitting an incomplete set of documents. Second, using outdated forms or requirements. Third, failing to explain the source of funds. Fourth, providing conflicting dates in questionnaires and certificates. Fifth, attaching too many irrelevant files. Sixth, writing a cover letter that is too emotional and lacks structure. Seventh, concealing past denials or problematic facts. Eighth, having documents translated by unverified specialists. Ninth, preparing the application at the last minute. 10th, copying someone else's example without considering your own situation. An immigration application is a personal story. What helped one person may not work for another. A strong immigration application is not the thickest folder of documents. It is a clear, honest, and well-supported application where every element makes sense. Remember the three main principles. The application must be logical. Every fact must be supported by documents. Complex issues are best explained in advance. If you are planning to move to Europe and want to understand which country and which legalization route is right for you, submit a request for a free consultation with Immigrantinlaw's lawyers. We'll develop the optimal relocation strategy for you. Prepare all the necessary documents, explain the nuances of the law in detail, and answer all your questions. We'll analyze your case, your goals, and your situation without using templates. Want to learn more or start the process today? Contact us. All contact details are listed in the description below this video. We're here to help you take a confident step toward a new life. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ask your questions in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them. Discover a world of opportunities with Immigrantinlaw.